Alright, in this video I'm going to be tying the California Shad Fly number 8. In the vise I have a mustad size 4, 34007. I'm going to be tying this fly with Danville's flat wax nylon and red. I'm going to go ahead and start my thread base 2 eye lengths behind the eye and take my thread down to the barb. I'll snip away the excess thread and go ahead and just bring my thread back up to our starting point. For the tail, I'm going to be using some yellow kip tail. Pull out any of the fluff and then grab it by the tips and pull out any of the short hairs. And you want the tail to be about the same length as the body. That looks about right. I'm going to capture at our tie-in point and then bring my thread back down to the barb. And then cut away our excess. This fly calls for a red chenille butt. So I'm going to cut off a section red chenille. This is red ultra chenille. And go ahead and tie that in at the butt of the fly. And tie that in with some good firm wraps where the chenille does not spin on you. And just give a couple wraps of the chenille. And then capture with our thread. We'll go ahead and snip away the excess. For the body, I'm going to be using some medium silver tinsel. I'm going to go ahead and tie that in at the butt. And just leave enough of a tag to come back to our tie-in point, where we keep a consistent thickness of body. I'm just going to give a couple of half hitches here, and I'm going to use the rotary feature of my vise to help me wrap that body. And then I'm going to stop just short of my tie-in point. Unwind my thread here. And then capture the silver tinsel with our thread. And snip away the excess. For the throat, I'm also going to tie in some yellow kip tail. Again, just pull out any of the fluff, grab it by the tips and pull out any of the shorter hairs. And I want the throat to basically touch the tip of the hook. That looks about right. I'm just going to lift up the throat and make a couple of thread wraps behind, and that just helps the throat stand up. And then advance my thread forward, a couple wraps in front of our tag end, and snip away the excess. This fly also calls for a collar, and we're going to tie that with red chenille as well. Again, good tight wraps here. And then we'll make a turn or two of chenille and capture that with our thread. Go ahead and snip away your excess chenille. And then just build up a small head in front of the chenille. And whip finish. Go ahead and snip away your thread. And that is the California Shad Fly number 8. It's part of the Pfeiffer collection. Enjoy.